Good evening, guys. It's 5:09 p.m. Today is Wednesday, February 15th. So today was a heavy choppy day in the morning, so I couldn't get any trade out of it. I was just watching, uh, literally, So I tried one trade here, I think somewhere around here, around 20s, but I ultimately scratched out. But then I didn't trade it pretty much, so we talked in Discord back and forth, that hey, now price wants to do this, but especially I was observing this 20. This 20 area is very unique in ES, and I was looking for a confirmed breakdown below, because price was keep rejecting it from here, from here, from here, and it was trying to go down here, right? But every time ES was making new low, NQ was not making new low. See, that was another challenge. Russell, we were watching Russell. Russell was unable to go below 1925. So that was another thing, right? So shorting was questionable. So only way it will work is, there is a strong 5-minute close below this 20. Basically this area. And so where I was, I had a phone call. So, but anyway, so we were interested in breakdown below this area, then something to work with sellers. Otherwise, there were a lot of negative points for sellers. Russell was holding it, Dow was not making new low. NQ up to this point. So up to this point actually, up to 10 o'clock. Then and this Globex low was so closed in NQ, it was so nearby, but every time it like come close to it and was bouncing it, right? And then suddenly at this point, around 10:14, it just breaks below this area, and also ES also made a new low, right? So I was waiting to see a 5-minute candle. This candle closes like here, then it's a good case for short, because now both of them break down at the same time, okay? But that didn't happen, right? That did not happen. The moment this candle closed here, right above it, and this candle closed above it, see, that's where the actual buying idea came in play, So then I tried to buy it actually, yes, right here at 24. And then I was looking for a rally, at least back to 42. And then I was not even hoping that it will get a rejection from here, because that thing sets the deal at this time. Both of them break down and bounce back up, right? So it went higher, but then at this point I was expecting it to go higher. It came down, right? So I just cut my trade right here, because at that point I assume that it just want to do balancing here, and then later it wants to break out or break down, So I cut it because I don't like this price action anyway. So I just cut it here, and then a break even pretty much, and then I didn't bother to trade at all. I was watching this later on. I didn't bother to even trading. That's it. Now NQ, right? So this is the breakout, like failed breakdown point. See that it went up, it touched here this dream number, and it held it to the T. See, that's what I was discussing in Discord today, that whenever you see dream number like this and it holds to the T by this tails, that's a sign you can try dream number long or short, right there. So here, for example, long, here you can do short, that's how you trade dream number. So the moment it bounced back up, but then there was a lot of chop. See here, ES went above this high, which is around 1040, and look at NQ, didn't even go above this high. See, that's why I cut it, because there was no guarantee at that point that price is going to touch here and bounce, same thing. So that's why, so stop trading for the here, and the day is screwed up pretty much. It's balancing, it has to go higher. Now one thing I noticed, during this balancing, one thing I noticed, which is this. So it was what, 1040, which is here, right? In this entire chop there is no information here, right? But there was the information here. See that this thing was rising. So as long as this thing is rising, there is a fair chance. See, that's why also in Discord I said AD is rising, consistently. So as long as this thing is rising, price may not fall, but chances are it may go higher. But the problem was today, every higher up there was a rejection, at least few points. So for day trading it's tough, when you go long, let's say here somewhere, right, and when you see immediate pop down here, it's just not a good trading practice or trade to begin with. It's a choppy market, you are trading it every dip. It's a riskier because technically price can come down here again and then go higher. So in this market, if I go long here, I have to put my stop way below here, and that's too much stop also, because price can technically pull, right, like this here. See that it pulled out. So even though if you go long here, and let's say now you put your stop here, you're stopped out. See that? So that is the risk. Every point up, it was moving down the same amount of points. So this was not a healthy trading. It's the same thing here also. See? So that's why there is no trade here, even though it looks good after the fact, but there is no trade. However, there was only one trade, which is this right here. So I did a same account. So 42, I went long at 42.5 and 45. My stop was 41. And NQ at the same time I went long at 686. My stop was 681. So NQ stopped me out. ES did not. And there was a divergence also. See that ES didn't make a new low after my entry. My entry was here, but then here I actually typed in Discord that if it stops me out at 41, then it will go to 31 right here. NQ will go to here. So NQ stopped me out. Right here. It made a new low, but ES did not. So I survived by what, 1 point pretty much, and then my target was 60. 55 and 60. And then it delivered it, right here. So this one worked out, this one did not, but this was a good trade, because now, so why this is a good trade? Because now look at this AD, entire day is trended higher, right? Price, look at this balance here, breakout. Then you can consider this balance pretty much breakout, right? Every time it breaks out the balance, it comes into the middle of the balance or top and then holds it. So here it breaks out this balance, right, and then either top or middle near the day at 3 o'clock. What do you expect? Price was here last high. It was supposed to go here early on, right? When it was here, I thought it will go here. Then when it was here, I thought it will just run 2 points here, right? And it didn't. Here it didn't, and then it poked down here, and it was holding 42 pretty much, right? And now here, most likely it's going to go and take this area. That was the whole idea. So that's why you take this long. Now it will go, because now you can see, price is moving higher with AD rising, all this thing, so there is no other reason for price to fall now. Yeah, after tagging here it can fall, but that's a pending stuff. So now finally it achieved it at 60. And so that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. So now one more thing also, so nowadays from last 1 week, pretty much the trading is no fun in Discord. You guys may sense it, because there is no trades like good trading opportunities. We literally have to sit through the chart, and find a trade. So it is going to be difficult, because if you look at weekly time frames, price is balancing. So that's the whole idea. That's why it's like doing this chop. Even daily time frame now is chopping, right? So I didn't even walk you through this 2 days notes, right? So here is the notes, right? So it says today we are interested about Globex high plus 1 level up, Globex low plus 1 level down, right? So if you look at it, that was the Globex low, right? Plus 1 level, minus 1 level down, or plus 1 level down. So here, so 11 to 19, that's the interested area. Say price goes through both, good, we can short. If it holds it, we may go long. But that's the whole idea, right? Globex high, which is this, plus 1 point, 1 level, which is this. So technically I'm giving you this boundary, this and this. Ideally you want to see price going above to trade, below to trade, or bounce from it. like fading, you know, and you can see it here. The entire day it pretty much stayed within this range, right? Here also same thing. See, so pretty much, see, every day you can see pre-market notes has a different wording. See, usually I don't use this kind of stuff, plus one level, you know, plus one level like this. See, today I feel like it, so I put it, and you can see the result, right? If you just had this entire zone like one level, then you can see it didn't even pierce through it. Here same thing, see. So, and then I said price again went back into garbage range, 4100 to 4200, garbage range, right? So garbage range means we are neutral, we can favor either side. And now it's all about intraday trading due to this kind of garbage price. Remember, weekly time frame is in the balance mode, price is just doing peak bump. Dow is a do or die state, right? So let's see what Dow did today. Okay, hold on, let me see. Oh, Dow did not do anything today except holding the support, you know, that's all. So Dow is still do or die, you know. And but Russell is the one that is moving higher nicely, you know. It bounced from that long-term support very nicely, and now it is going further away and away. So Russell is the one, you know, that is totally bullish as of now, you know. And that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.